What's going on YouTube? Steven the Salon Guy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut bangs, or fringe. I always get yelled at by the people in the UK. It is bangs here in the States. But anyway, I have a lot of videos about this, but I figured it's been a while since I've done kind of an updated one, and if somebody's new to my channel maybe, I just want to show you guys maybe some techniques and things that I've been doing even more updated than I did in the last video. So I'm ready to go. Let's get started. This is Erica from Pivot Point. Pivot Point mannequins are awesome. I'm also using a Pivot Point mannequin stand, which is really, really great. So definitely check them out if you're looking for these types of mannequins. 100% human hair, really, really high quality. The first thing you need to understand is, how thick do you want them? How do you want to wear them? Do you want them to be, long enough where you can kind of sweep them all the way over across? Do you want to have them pretty much straight across? Do you want to have something where you can kind of sweep it over to both sides? So I really think that's the first thing you need to understand. The second thing is, how thick do you want them? Because a lot of times you'll hear women say, oh, I want more, wispy kind of bangs, or I want a section that's not so thick. But really what it comes down to is that the section has to be thick enough where other pieces of hair aren't going to be falling into the section, meaning if you cut it really, really narrow or not thick enough, you're going to have these hairs coming over the top, and you're going to end up cutting them anyway. So you want to make sure that you're picking a section, and I always do, as you can see here, kind of a triangle, which to me I think helps make it look a bit more natural. And also you want to make the corners probably to about the corners of the eyebrow. You don't ever want to start cutting into the sides here, because imagine if you pull this back and you've got these short pieces that are coming in through here. It's going to look horrible. So you really want to take the section and extend it to where the hairline or the recession line starts, which is usually around the corner of the eyebrow, so that you can pull the hair back and that the corners here aren't going to be affected or cut. So now let's start with the actual haircut. So what I like to do is, when I'm first cutting the first section, I like to say to myself, okay, what is the end goal here? What are we trying to really accomplish? If I'm trying to accomplish something where someone says to me, oh, I want like kind of a side sweeping bang where, this is parted to the side, and then this piece kind of sweeps over this way, and this piece kind of sweeps over this way, meaning that they want to have an opening here, then I'll maybe have a different approach where I'm going to cut this shorter to longer, and this corner is going to be longer so it can kind of work in. And the same thing with this side. Sometimes people want something, and this seems to be very unique when I tell a client, I can cut your hair and your bangs so that you could wear them both ways, right? You could swing it over this way or swing it over that way. So let's try to create kind of that look to where we're going to create a kind of, it could sweep over this way, it could sweep over that way, we can layer them. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the comb in, like so. We're going to bring these down a little bit longer, just past the eyebrow, right level with the eyes, because we want to make sure that we do have some length. And remember, the bangs will pop up. I'm going to scoot down here like this so you guys can see. I'm locking the comb in and literally cutting straight across, just like that. Now look. Now that alone is something that's very, very helpful, I find, because what happens is, and sorry, this one is a little bit longer here just because I was paying more attention to the camera angle than cutting. So what we need to do when we're cutting this, as you saw, even if you're cutting your own bangs yourself, using the comb and not using your hands, we get a nice cut straight across here. All right, so beautiful. So now we have the foundation of the bangs right in through here. And now what I want to do is, this is where all the fun and the magic begins here. So as I mentioned, I want to be able to create something that will be able to kind of sweep over both areas. So that little corner right there, as you can see, what are we going to do? We're just going to take that little corner off just like so. And yes, it may be a little bit shorter here, but watch where I'm going with this. All right, same thing on the other side. I'm just literally going to comb this straight down. There's that little corner right there, and I'm just going to snip that off. Now, why am I doing that? Because what happens is, if this is too long, it's going to prevent the hair from sweeping over and coming around like this. You see how the hair, now that we got rid of that little corner there, we can now comb this and the hair will sweep over that way. So that's a little bit of a trick that I've learned many, many years ago, that if you have that weight right there, it's actually going to prevent the hair from kind of moving over a bit more. Okay, so now we have our established length in through here, and now it's time to start the layering process. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to comb this straight up, and as you can see here, let's get this out of the way. On top here, there's some length. What am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of that. Now, that is weight. That's weight in the hair that's going to prevent the hair from being able to move. So now I'm going to comb everything to that one point. We're going to over direct all the way over. Now we're going to take this side and comb all the way over as well to that one corner. So yes, we are over directing. And there we have the hair. Now if you notice, I haven't moved. I've been in the same position this whole time. All right, so it's really key. So see what we've done? That's kind of what the look you're going for is. So what that's going to allow the hair to do is it's going to be, see how it's just sweeping over, no problem? And because we cut that corner right in through here, it sweeps over. So now we did that on that side. What I'm going to do is do the same exact thing on the opposite side. I'm going to comb this all straight up. There's that excess weight or that length right there. Now I'm going to comb all the way over to the same piece right here. There's that weight that we're going to cut. We're basically doing the same exact thing on the other side, and guess what? This is like creating like a mirror, right? We're mirroring what we did on the other side, and I think if you're starting to getting to see why I'm doing this, it's because that is going to allow us, see, same thing, same exact thing. It's going to allow us to sweep the hair now over to this side. So now we've got the sweeping bangs coming over that way. All right, so now let's comb this down. We're going to cut this area right into here. If we have any longer bits right there, that's great. Again, I'm trying to work into the camera angle, so let's comb this straight down. And now what I'm looking for is just pieces that I think maybe a bit longer, whatever. All right, there we go. Beautiful. The last step of this whole thing, believe it or not, maybe the easiest. So we're going to take this hair and this section right in the front. Remember, we haven't even taken any other section whatsoever. There's that little excess piece of weight. We're going to comb this all straight up, because we don't want to really mess with the thickness at all on the base, but we just want to remove any sort of excess weight right into the top. And look what we have so far. We've got a gorgeous fringe that you can wear straight down. We've got a beautiful fringe that we could sweep over this way, right, which has a beautiful shape to it. And then also we can bring the bangs or the fringe over this way. And as you can see, it's got a beautiful flow as well. So really what happens, again, obviously it depends on the natural fall pattern of the hair, okay? And also it depends on the thickness and a few other things. So let me just blow dry this real quick, and then we'll look at the finished result. All right, so yeah, so this is, I think, looks great. As you can see, we've got a lot of texture, a lot of movement in through here, a lot of fullness, which I think looks great. So the great thing about this type of fringe or these bangs is that you can wear them any way you want. So again, if you did want to kind of sweep it over a bit, now because we have this corner cut off, we can easily just kind of sweep the hair over. You know, again, it really depends on each person's style, but this is going to definitely create more of that modern sweeping kind of look. And as you can see in through here, you can camouflage this so it looks like it really blends in nicely. And then the same thing going over this way. And when I blow dry this, I literally didn't use a brush. I just let the blow dryer do all the work. I held the nozzle straight down and we got this result. So see, now we can sweep it over this way, same thing. And I think the results came out awesome. Sorry, Erica, I'm just gonna rest my arm on your head because I gave you such a good haircut here and such good bangs that I think you could allow me to do this. But anyway, if you found this video helpful, if you're a stylist, if you're in beauty school, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you try this technique. Do I suggest doing this on yourself in the bathroom? Not really, but There's been thousands and thousands of people who have watched my other bang videos and who have done it successfully, so do it at your own risk. But if you're a professional and you watch this and you learn something from it and you can use this technique on your clients, that would be awesome. And let me know in the comments below if you're doing that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, Black Friday is around the corner. I'm doing 30% off my entire website, so be prepared for that. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time for more videos with The Salon Guy.